Good afternoon, everybody. How are you all doing? I've been thinking of all of you. As you know, all yoga studios will be closed for the next little while. And so I'm going to begin a series of online sessions for you. Some of them will be shorter, some of them will be longer, but it's all things that we've been working on together and maybe a couple of new surprises along the way. One of the best ways to relax that I have found is by working with this beautiful Coregeous ball from our yoga tune-up world. So let's start right away. Probably with all the stress of all the stressful news around you and everything right now, you need to take a little break. So one of the first things you want to do is just breathe. Sit quietly somewhere or lie down is even better. Lie down in Ardha Shavasana with your knees bent. And just take a moment to just be here. Do absolutely nothing at all. And then just notice your breath. Notice how it moves. Practice breathing in and out, only through your nose if possible. Notice the movement in and out, the difference of the temperature of your breath when it comes in and out, the way that it feels in each lung, through your nostrils, through your throat. And spend about at least 5 minutes, and if you can, even 15 minutes, just visiting your breath, witnessing your breath, and practice simply exhaling deeply. We have so many pranayama practices, but for now, I'd like you to just practice slow, deep breaths. Maybe place your hands on your belly so that you feel the deep abdominal breath. You might even once in a while exhale through the mouth, kind of like this. Just to release any extra tension that you're feeling. Now, those of you that I've met through my yoga classes and through my yoga tune-up classes in particular, and also in any of the workshops that we've been doing recently, have started to become familiar with these Coregeous balls, and many of you have already purchased your own. So let's begin quite simply by placing the Coregeous ball underneath your head, right at the bottom of your head. This part of your head here is your subocciput. It's right at the top of the neck. And you just want to nestle the ball under that part of your head and just let the weight of your ball, oh, that feels so wonderful. Just let it drop into the ball very heavily. And again, just practice that deep abdominal breath. Exhale deeply. Stay here for a few breaths. And then slowly start to just nod your head. Inhale, gently lift your chin up. Exhale, gently release the chin back down. So this is going to create kind of a little traction in the neck muscles and give you a beautiful lengthening from the top of the neck right down. You might even feel it all the way down your back. Just notice how that's feeling. And do that about 5 or 10 times. From there, just slowly let your head go to one side. Sort of experiment and explore the space. Rather than going for your full movement, I'm just going to roll from side to side, inhaling as I go to the side, exhaling as I come back to the center, and exploring the range of movement that feels right for me at any given time without forcing anything or going for any maximum. Just kind of notice how that feels. Oh, that feels so nice. And from there, at some point, just stay on the first side. So maybe try that 5 to 10 times each side, and then just stay on that first side and just let yourself relax there. You'll feel a beautiful stretch up the opposite side. And then from there, gently explore again and nod up and down. 5 to 10 times, very gently and softly. And for the sake of this video, I'll just change over to the other side. But let's say I would have done 10 there. I'll go to the other side and then 10 again. And then from there, come back to the center, let yourself just settle, and very gently remove the ball, lower your head, and just kind of notice how that feels. And the effects are quite immediate, so you'll probably notice that everything's softening and feels a bit longer. So from there, we went at the top of the spine. Now we're going to go to the bottom of the spine. So you'll take the Coregeous ball again, gently lift the hips, and come to your sacrum. So as I always mention in classes, your sacrum is below your lumbar spine, in between your lumbar spine and your tailbone. It's kind of that little diamond or kite-shaped spot that's flat on your back right here, where young ladies often get their tattoos. Okay, so you're gonna go there. And then from here, again, just let your weight drop down. And consciously breathe again, in through the nose, out through the nose, exhaling fully and deeply. And you can do this for a long time, but usually about 10 breaths or so will be enough. And then you'll just imagine that you're doing little cat-cows or pelvic tilts, and just rock up and down over the ball. So you'll notice as I rock forward, the ball moves up my spine, and as I rock back like this, it moves down. So you'll do that a few times, and then imagine that you're in Hawaii and you're a really, really lazy Hawaiian dancer, and just move from side to side, like that. Good. All right, so you'll do that again 10 times for each. Gently remove the ball, come down, and then the next place we're going to come to is in between the scapula or your shoulder blades, kind of just nestled right in there, right in the middle of your upper back. And you'll just come down, and this is where you might need a block to make it a little bit more comfortable. So you can rest your head, the back of your head on the block. And you're going to come to a little bit of what we call thoracic extension. So the thoracic area is your rib cage area, and we're just kind of opening up into a little gentle back bend. Make sure that your arms and your hands are well connected to the support underneath you. And then notice the difference in the breath here. You might notice that you feel an expansion in the chest, just simply because of the back extension. Now from here, after again about 10 breaths or so, you'll take the hands, interlace the fingers like this, and just gently place your head into your hands, drop your head down heavily, and let your elbows just relax. So don't be too far open, don't squeeze close, just kind of wherever it feels really comfortable for you. And from here, inhale, maybe the block will be in your way, so just push it gently out of the way. Inhale and just open up the front of the body a little bit more, and then exhale and do the little miniest, tiniest crunch, contracting the abdominal muscles. Inhale, open, and exhale, fold and round. So we're coming into thoracic extension and thoracic flexion. From there, you can add a little bit of side work, so you can bend to one side. As you inhale, as you exhale, come up, and then bend to the other side as you inhale, exhale, come up. And do that a few times, and then release. Maybe relax here a bit, or maybe take the block back again. There you go. All right, so we're gonna do one more with this Coregeous ball. How are we doing? From here, you're gonna take the ball, and it's always best if you can take it right onto your bare skin. So go ahead and just find that spot where you can nestle it in between your rib cage and your pelvis. You're going to lie down with your knees bent, use your block, lie down sideways like this, and take this top hand and just connect your hand with your rib cage. Okay, so really, really noticing the breath moving sideways now. And again, stay here for about 10 breaths or so. And then from there, it's like you want to hug the ball or squeeze it. So you're going to contract all the fibers that are connected around the ball as you inhale, and then fully relax and release those fibers as you exhale. And keep doing that. Inhale, contract. Exhale, release. And you do that again about 10 times, and then you can rock back and forth. Oh, it feels so wonderful. And then make sure that you do it again on the other side. So just to remind you of the sequence, the first thing would be to have that sustained compression. Slow, long, deep breaths with a full exhale. And then the next thing would be to contract and release. So inhale, contract around the fibers, exhale, release. And then you would roll. Okay. So from there, we'll do one more. You're going to take the ball to your sternum. The joke I always make in our classes is now we have a cyclops breath. So you're going to lie on your back, on your tummy, sorry, and you might have to move some breast tissue out of the way. And just lie down with your forehead on your hands and just release, relax. And you might notice that as you're doing this, for sure you'll have a strong sensation of where the ball's connecting with you. But you'll also maybe notice sensations in other areas of your body, uptown, downtown, across town. I'm really noticing it in my upper back. So I would stay here, for almost a minute, probably breathing. And then from there, you can just contract and release again. And then take yourself to one side. Stay there. Take yourself to the other side. Stay there. Come back to the center. Maybe twist around a little bit to one side. Twist around to the other. And that will help you to relax. Namaste.